What is up, Packers fans? Welcome back to the Daily Draft, brought to you by Brewski Light Lager, the best can in all Wisconsin, and our friends over at Badger State Brewing. We're going to have some very, very excellent things going on during draft week. And you heard me, draft week, April 22nd, through the 27th. All week long, super fun stuff going on at Badger State. Go check them out. They are just blocks away from Lambeau Field. Okay. Back to Mock Draft Monday. We're here. We're live. Not live when you guys are seeing this, but we are live and in living color here in the Pack Report studio. And we're going to find a 4-round mock this time. Check that out. I've never seen this. That's always the format. We're going to use NFL Draft Buzz too and use their mock draft simulator. So we use a little bit different sim today. Just going to try and shake things up a little bit. 4-round mock instead of 3. Different sim that is in the PFF sim. Just doing things a little bit differently. And as always, thinking about our audio listeners, trying to make this thing work. I have not seen this. These are the rules, right? I have not seen this draft. This is great audio. Here we go. Okay. We have not seen this. Whew, Matthew Golden. I don't know. I don't know. It's not a terrible pick. I've talked about this in the past. I just don't. I don't know that Green Bay is gonna break the streak, break the curse, whatever, with Matthew Golden. The productivity's not there. His ability against man coverage, I don't know. Okay. Now, where is this? There we go. Sorry, round 2. Trying to figure it out. Trying to figure this out. Sorry for the visual folks. Scorton, I'm you're gonna get a mock draft, or excuse me, you're gonna get a daily draft prospect primer about him. He's kind of short and squatty. I don't know how interested they're going to be in his body type. He's probably dense enough for them. I don't know if he's long enough for them. I like him as a long-term starter. I don't like him as a star. But in round 2, you take a long-term starter. I would not have an issue with that. I just don't know how interested they will be specifically in him. Okay. Noel Williams, love that pick. I think that makes a ton of sense in round 3. And Omar Norman Lott. I think he is one of the, I gotta research him. I think he's one of the up the field type guys. Yeah, 6'2", 291. I watched a little bit of him. I haven't fully graded him out. I don't think they need another one of those guys, but I don't hate this Reuter draft, right? I think Golden makes sense. Noel Williams makes sense. It's a lot of guys that I don't know if they'd take, but it's a lot of guys in the right positions, right? The right positions that need taken care of if you're the Green Bay Packers, the right positions that need attention. I just don't know if these would be the players that they would necessarily focus on. So, okay. Now we are going to we're gonna take trades off. We're at NFL Draft Buzz. We're gonna take trades off. We're not gonna get super fancy with this one. Just because we haven't used these guys this year. And we want to kind of give their regular settings a shot, if that makes any sense. We want to kind of give, just sort of their board a look, because we haven't done this one yet. YouTube folks, you have to tell me if you like this. You have to tell me if you like this visually. Okay. A lot of ads. That's all right though. It's how these guys stay in business, you know. These free things that we get to use do not get made because they are free. On the clock, boy, we're going to go ahead and take Jade Barron, as much as Luther Burden and Shamar Stewart are just sort of staring at me right there. You know what? No, we're going to take Shamar Stewart. We'll deal with the defensive backfield later. We're taking Shamar Stewart because I think he's got star capability. There aren't that many guys that I think have star capability moving along here. And because they addressed corner and a little bit of because they addressed corner in free agency and they didn't address pass rusher. Okay, looking through here. That's an easy day one wide receiver. Iomanor from Stanford in round 2. And we're kind of looking defensive tackle in round 3 here. We're kind of paying attention to see if any of the corners that we like are around. My God. This would be kind of a Goody thing to do. And I don't think there's any chance of this happening in the whole wide world. But like he did with tight ends, we're going to take Jaden Higgins right after taking Iomanor, because this is insane that he would even be here. And maybe this is almost futile, but we tell you, we talk about this. I think maybe these two could be like, I think Ellick could be in round 3 and you take Higgins in round 2. But you know what? Goody does stuff like this. Okay. And so I'm gonna. I mean, he just did round 2, round 3 inside linebackers. This isn't that crazy. You talk about completely remaking the room. This is completely remaking the room. So if you're on audio, we've taken Shamar Stewart, Ellick, Iomanor, and Jaden Higgins. From a raw talent standpoint, I'm thrilled. Thank God they took Torrey Horton. I can't take a third one. Well, like Bossa, he's good. He's good. I think it's going to be Noel Williams here. Yeah, it's going to be Noel Williams here. As much as I do like Mello Dotson, and I do also like the K-State kid at corner. This was an interesting exercise. It was an interesting thought exercise. Audio listeners, we got Shamar Stewart, Ellick Iomanor, and Jaden Higgins with Noel Williams in round 4. I think you'd still be worried about the defensive tackle position. Maybe you can, shore that up in free agency. Also, if you're looking for a nose tackle, you can find a functional nose tackle in like round 5, 6, or 7. I mean, that is where they found TJ Slayton. I'm not saying that's what they should do, but just on a talent acquisition standpoint, Shamar Stewart, Iomanor, Higgins, and Williams would be unbelievable talent acquisition. And that round 2 and then round 3 wide receiver thing is not as insane as you might think if you pay attention to what Goody did at tight end, taking Musgrave and Kraft, and what Goody did at inside linebacker with Hopper and with Edge Cooper. It's not banana land. Like, it's something that he has done before and could do again. I know they signed McCole Hardman. I do. Boy, if you could add 2 of those guys, I'd do it. Obviously, I just did it. Guys, thanks so much. We're going to do the short and sweet version today. Drink Badger State, buy the draft guide, and go Pack Go.